He did call for national unity in his victory speech. Do you believe he will be able to rally the country around his program?
I doubt that he will be able to rally the entire country around his proposals. As we saw in the electoral results, the vote was quite divided between him and Rodolfo Hernandez. And yet, even before having won yesterday, he has started taking steps to build what he's called a national coalition government, comprised in particular of his own coalition, which is a broad coalition of the left, and different actors of the center that have decided to support his candidacy. And I think to the degree that he continues to build this more broad coalition, he stands to be more successful in pushing forward some of his some of the items on his governing agenda. One challenge that he will undoubtedly face is how to negotiate with the Congress on different aspects of his political agenda. His coalition, Pacto Histórico, won also a historic number of seats in the Congress in the March legislative elections, and yet he does not enjoy a majority. And so he's going to have to step across ideological divides and negotiate with different political actors on specific aspects of his agenda that they might subscribe to.
Right, much of what he has been proposing, Arlene, has been moderate, relatively moderate. Do you see anything radical in his proposals at all?
Well, I think it's interesting to note that for many Colombians, his proposals actually seem quite radical, and yet I would describe most of them as more pertaining to a social democratic agenda. I think there's several aspects that create concern among certain sectors of Colombian society. One has to do with the tax reform that he has proposed, that he has specified will only apply to the wealthiest of Colombians, a very small percentage of the population. And perhaps something else that's creating a lot of noise has to do with his proposal to do a quick transition towards clean energies. At the beginning of his campaigning, he insinuated that he would stop, for example, oil explorations, which is a main source of state income. And I think he started to moderate this discourse and to propose a more gradual transition. But I think it remains to be seen what the specific details of this transition towards clean energies actually entails.